Good afternoon, Coldwell Banker George Realty. We have a special guest in our Lunch and Learn today. It's Tracy Shaw, who is a mortgage lender. I'm going to do the introduction and then she's going to speak with you and show her presentation slides. So sit back, and we have a lot to learn today, and we're grateful she came in.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Michelle, for the introduction. Thank you for all the agents who's in person participating in this training. And I see a few people online as well. My name is Tracy. I'm a mortgage lender. I have been in the real estate relating business for more than 10 years. And today I'm excited to share some loan program which will help with you and help with your clients as well. So a brief introduction about my company. Our company is established since 2007. We have a very large presence in San Gabriel Valley. We have 2 locations, one in City of Industry, another one in downtown Arcadia. We're a direct lender. We work closely with real estate agents. We funded over 6,000 loans for the total loan amount over 2.7 billion in the last 2 years. We do full documentation loan, VA loan. We do Dream for All. We do down payment assistance program. We also have alternative docs such as no tax return, 1099 for self-employed, profit and loss statement program for self-employed. We also have bridge loan, and we can fund bridge loan around 3 to 5 days. Today, I'm gonna focus on one of the program, which is down payment assistance program called HAP 80 and HAP 120. So there will be 3 sections about regarding today's seminar. First, I will share this down payment program. Second, I will also share the interest rate and mortgage outlook. And the third part will be Q&A session. So why are we learning this program? This program has been out there for many years, but not a lot of people know about it. The best thing about this program is that they really ran out of funds. Like Dream for All program. Okay. Dream for All program is closed for application this year. Luckily, I did help my client get the Dream for All program. However, Dream for All, once they came out, everybody submitted application and they only have so much money. So it's gonna run out really soon. HAP 80 and HAP 120, they almost never ran out of money. And I will go over, but it's not for everybody. It's for a specific group of people. So what are the benefits we learning this program? First, it will unlock new client base because not everybody knows about it. It will assist first-time buyer and clients with limited funds. It's a down payment assistance program. It will close more deals, overcome the #1 barrier to home ownership, which is down payments, especially in California right now with the inflation. Everything is so high cost, and the housing price is so high. It's very hard for a lot of people to save down payment. It will also make you stand out in the market, offer unique solution that set you apart from other agents. What kind of benefit does this do to the clients? It will access funding for down payment as well as closing cost. It will potentially reduce monthly payment, and the buyer will have more purchasing power to buy their dream home. So what is HAP 80? HUB 80 loan provides the second deed of trust with repayment deferred until a sale, a transfer, or the subject property is no longer applicant's principal residence. The property has to be a one unit. It can be a single family resident. It can be townhome. It can be condominium. The maximum loan amount is 100,000 or 20% of the purchase price, whichever is lower. A 100,000 down payment assistance, that is quite a significant amount. And the buyer's total investment cannot exceed 150,000. So that means combined, they can put down 250,000 for the down payment, receiving 100,000 for the down payment assistance. And the down payment assistance program, the money is a zero interest. They don't need to make any payment until they sell it or they transfer ownership or it's not their primary residence. They have to pay back the principal. However, there will be shared appreciation. I will go over that in a little bit. So HUB 120, there's two programs. One is HUB 120, one is HUB 80. So the second one is HUB 120. HUB 120, the maximum purchase price is a little bit higher than HUB 80. So HUB 80, the maximum purchase price they can go is only 700,000. It's not for people who wants to buy a mansion. So it's for like a first home or starter home. For HUB 120, the purchase price, maximum purchase price is 850,000, which is a little bit higher. However, the buyer will receive a little bit lesser second deed of trust. The maximum loan amount is $85,000, 20% of the purchase price, whichever is lower. The properties also has to be a single family resident, condominium, or townhouse dwelling. Home buyers' total investment cannot exceed 200,000. So why is HUB 120 qualified for higher purchase price and they receive lesser down payment, but they can put more down payment themselves? The reason is because these two programs are for different types of buyers, depending on their income. So HUB 80 means that the household annual income cannot exceed 80% of LA's median income. So their income, household income, needs to be a little bit slightly below the average income. And HUB 120, the household income cannot exceed 120% of the LA average median income.
Okay. On your slide, the HUB 120, the maximum loan is only 85,000.
That is the second deed of trust. That means the down payment assistance.
Oh, that only loan.
Yes, the down payment assistance cannot be exceeding 85,000. The reason is because for people who apply with HUB 120, they have higher income. They have a higher income than average median. That's why they are receiving less down payment assistance. So this two program is not for low income. It's for median to a little bit slightly higher than median income. So here for this slides, it shows what are the actual numbers for people who wants to apply for HUB 80 and HUB 120. For HUB 80, if there is a 3 household in a family, their median income cannot exceed 99,900. If you compare with HUB 120, if they want to apply with HUB 120, then the income limit is higher. 3 household size, the income cannot exceed 106,050 or $160,050 for their combined household income. There is no limit of how many household it is in the family. For example, if they have parents with 2 children and both of the children are working, then it's 4 household. However, all of them have to occupy that house as primary resident. So I mentioned about the shared appreciation earlier. So this program is designed for helping people who has limited fund for down payment. It's not for anybody who is well off, who wants to flip the house. So that's why they are very strict with the shared appreciation for the first 10 years. For example, if somebody, they bought the house within 5 years and they sell it. So when they sell it, let's say with 5 years, if their house value appreciated for 200,000, they have to share 50% of that with not Dreamful also, with HUB, because they do not want people to buy it and then sell it for profit. They want to help people who wants to live in the house for as long as they want. So as you can see, for the first 0 to 6 years, the lender will share 50% of the appreciation. Through years 6 to 10, it will drop to 25%. From year 11 to 15, it will drop to 10% share. That means if they sell the house at the year of 12, if they the house appreciate for 300,000, then they only need to share 30,000. If they sell it at the year of 18th year, they do not need to share any kind of appreciation at all. They only need to pay back the interest. I mean, sorry, the principal, not the interest. It's a 0 interest program. So what are the qualifications for the buyers? The buyer has to be first-time home buyer, and they need to provide at least 1% of their own fund for down payment and cannot be from gift fund. So I think this is a very, very low qualification for down payment. They only need to put down 1%. So for 700,000 house, they only need to put down $7,000 for the down payment. And the borrower must attend an 8-hour HUD-approved home buyer counseling seminar within 12 months before close of the transaction. And all household has to be U.S. citizen or permanent green card holders. And it's not for all of the houses we see. It has to be in participating cities. So Arcadia is participating cities. Urbandale, San Gabriel, San Marino is there, but it's really hard to find something for that price range in San Marino. Yeah, I think because this program has been out there for many years, so San Marino participated a long time ago and they didn't really exit it. So that's why they're still there, but we cannot find anything there within that price range. Temple City, Warner, Covina, Culver City, Diamond Bar, Duarte, Laverne. So there's a lot of cities. La Puente. La Puente is only, if you see there is a red letter HUB 80 only, that means they can only apply for HUB 80. So South El Monte is also HUB 80 only. It can be either participating city or unincorporated area of LA County. That count as well. So the process, first applicant needs to go through HUB participating lenders. I am one of the participating lender. You can find me on their official website. We have to go through annual trainings, and we need to apply for it as well. So if you have any buyers, you think they might qualify to get it, this type of loan, as down payment assistance, you can send it to me. I will collect all the information and document to help them do the pre-approval process. And we work really closely with this down payment assistance program. So after we pre-approve them, we will issue the pre-approval letter. And once you lock in the house, I will guide the client through of how to proceed. Normally, when we submitting purchase offer, it's the best to put on 35 days to 40 days because we still need to have the down payment, which is there's gonna be two loans. So the first loan, we will underwrite for the first loan first, and then we will need to send it for approval for the down payment loan. So it's two loans simultaneously we're gonna apply together. So it's the best when you submit an offer 35 to 40 days. However, I did check with them before I told them because right now the inventory is so low. When the offer coming, it's very competitive. So if it's really like you have to submit for 30 days, we'll also try to comply with that. We'll just need to rush for appraisal and rush for like a lot of things.
So since you said that, it doesn't add on, like the lender contingency, you know, it defaults in our contracts to 17 days for a loan. Would you guys be in that time?
Yeah.
For these types of loans?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
Just one appraisal.
Yeah, one appraisal is fine. Yeah. Because the down payment assistance program is not depending on, it's only depending on the location of the house. Yes, as long as the price, I mean, other things is the same as a regular mortgage. If the price, let's say the appraisal value came in lower than the purchase price, then we will need to adjust the loan to value ratio depending on the buyer's income, or, you know, like we just need to adjust to whichever is lower, either appraisal price or the purchase price.
Right.
We're gonna use that. So everything else is the same. So the second part, I will go over the Fed cut rates, what is going to happen, because I get this question like every day. I have people refinancing, they submitted like a month ago, and we have not locked the rate yet because the rate has been going up for 7 weeks straight up, going up, yes. So it is a little bit surprising to a lot of people, because yes, the Fed has cut rate for twice. However, the rate they cut is different than mortgage rate. The rate they cut is federal rate. Federal rate is the overnight rate for bank for the overnight lending. So if your client has a HELOC loan, it goes up. It goes down right away. But for mortgage, it's mortgage rate is a long-term rate. So when the Fed cut rate, it indicates a trend for the long term. It should come down, but for day to day, it's not necessary. Ever since they cut a rate, the time before last week, it goes up. Before they cut it, the best rate we can get is about 5.75. Now it's about 6.5, sometimes 6.625. Yeah, so surprisingly, yeah. So it's different. The federal rate and our mortgage rate, the long term.
The bank wants to make more money.
No, it's not, because it's actually very complicated. I'm not gonna go into a lot of details, but I can give you an example. Is that mortgage interest rate is almost like a stock market. It change every day, and sometimes it change like twice a day or once a day. And since COVID, because COVID is a very special event, like we don't really see it for last 30 years. Ever since COVID, the interest rate is very fluctuating. So it is very fluctuating for the last few years. It's like that. Yeah. So if your client is asking, always ask them to check with the lender what is the current rate. The rate we normally quote is only based on today's rate. And if it's not locked, it's subject to change anytime before locked. So I also want to share this with you. This is a prediction from Fannie Mae because Fannie Mae has a massive data for the housing market. So they also have a prediction with the interest rate, what is going to happen next year. So as you can see from here, Fannie Mae is predicting by the end of this year, the rate will go down to lower 6. This research was done by Fannie Mae in September, and with different president, I think it will also affect the interest rate as well. It's not predicted by me, but I have been reading news. They were saying that with Donald Trump, maybe we will see the interest rate going up a little bit because there might be more inflation coming, but we don't know. So, but however, Fannie Mae is predicting by the end of next year, the interest rate will go down to 5 point something. As you can see from first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, it should go down. This is predicted by Fannie Mae. So if your client asks you, you can share with them because nobody can predict that. Yeah, if we can predict that, we can buy the bond, and we will make huge money from stock market. So whenever you apply for a mortgage, there are many factors that affect what your interest rate will be. My team and I always ready to help our clients research loan program and get the best interest rate possible. If you have any scenario, you can ask me. If you have a listing, you need a cross qualification. I'm willing to help with that, even though I don't get that loan, because I want to support agents, not just the buying side, because you guys are selling agent and listing agent as well. So now it's gonna be Q&A session. If you have any questions regarding HUB or any other questions regarding loan, go ahead.
I'm very curious on this program. So if you issue the pre-approval letter, it will say the first and the second together.
Yes, yes.
And which one will be the first?
The first one will be the regular loan, the regular conventional loan, and we will put on the pre-approval letter. The second deed of trust is a down payment assistance program loan. So because when you submit an offer, normally seller wants to see the bank statement for down payment. Yes, so we will put that in the pre-approval letter so they know their down payment is coming from this program.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the debt to value will be a little bit higher than the regular one, right? Because the second one is on the second deed.
It's
kind of HELOC.
No, it's not, because HELOC you still need to make payment every month. For this one, you don't need to make payment. Yeah, it's you only need to pay back the principal when you sell the house, or it's not the primary resident anymore. So the second deed of trust will not be calculated into the debt to income ratio, only the first deed of trust, because the second one is a down payment. Yes, it's only getting paid when they sell the house.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
And then the interest rate will be based on the first deed?
The interest rate is the first deed because
I'm gonna stop the share so they can see you.
thank you.
And then they accumulate the interest on the second loan.
Oh, no, on the second loan, it's a zero interest program.
Oh,
It's zero interest. They only share the appreciation.
oh,
Yeah, like the previous slide for the 0 to 6 year, they share 50%.
okay.
And after 6 year, from 6 year, it dropped to 25% of the shared appreciation, and then it will drop to 10%, and then it will drop to 0.
At year 16,
Yes.
it dropped to 0. Okay.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
What is the chance if you are in escrow with somebody get this loan, this HUB? And what is the chance it will not the buyer will not qualify this at the end of close of escrow?
Well, unless the buyer suddenly changed their employment, to, you know, like,
Higher salary.
higher salary will not. Well, yeah, higher salary maybe because if they exit, because their income has to be within a range. Yes,
And you
their
mentioned all of them has to stay in that house as a primary resident.
yes,
So if there are
Must be occupied.
two parents working, two kids working, when they buy this, they still, I mean, they occupy the house. But then next year, one of the kids wanna get married or move up, what happened with the loan? They have to pay it off.
if they find out. Yeah, supposedly, yeah, because it should be primary resident.
Can they refinance?
Yes, refinance is fine, as long as it's a rate and term. But cash out is not allowed. Yeah, so if they are refinancing to a lower interest rate,
Yes.
it's allowed. Yes, and they don't have a limit of how many times they can refinance. For example, if they get a rate for 6.5 right now, and the next year drop to 5.5, they can refinance. And if they drop again, they can refinance again for rate and term only. Yeah.
So,
Maybe
see.
small kids.
So, and then there's no question on the prepayment on the second loan?
No.
Because I know.
Yeah, there's no payment. Yes, if they got two lien, let's say the first lien is 400,000
Yeah.
and the second down payment assistance is 100,000.
Okay.
They only need to make the monthly payment for the 400,000.
Yes.
There's no interest and no payment for that. They only need to pay the shared appreciation when they sell it.
But, under the credit, you know, the debt on the borrower is still including the 100,000, right?
No, we don't calculate that because
No?
that is a down payment assistance.
Oh, I see.
Very good.
Yeah.
This is like
It
free
won't,
money.
it won't.
Yeah, it is.
won't affect the debt to value.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, because that's a down payment assistance coming from
So
this
what's the
program.
benefit for you, for the mortgage company then?
No,
They-
because
they-
this is from the government. Yeah, this is
Oh,
from the
government.
money from the state. Yes,
Oh, I
yes. So
see.
it's not from, because the mortgage company or lenders, like they only do the first lien. But
Yeah,
we
just
are
like the
participating lender.
SBA.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they
we help
the
them.
Warranty.
Yes.
guarantee.
Yes, we help them obtain this second deed of trust. The second deed of trust is coming from the agency program. Yeah.
Mhm.
Would you put the register as the primary resident
What?
by this? I'm going back to the scenario before, because if, let's say there are two parents and two kids.
Yeah.
If two kids are working, then yeah, they get to be registered as a borrower also, right?
Yeah.
But if they're not working, or they're underage, let's say.
Underage don't
15
count.
years,
Yeah, they
what if
yeah.
they don't work then? Does
They
it
don't
be
work.
registered as the primary
Unemployment.
residence too?
If they don't work, well,
And-
it's
and-
if there's three household defined on the tax return, then it's three household. If they don't have income, then we don't calculate their income, but you
But
can
if
base
the
on,
three, those four households, the two kids on the time when they purchased the house, they're not working. And then,
No income.
let's say they 17 years old, they're not
Mhm.
qualified for this loan yet,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But then 2 years later, they're 19 and they
Mhm.
start working and they move out of the house, that means they're gonna lose this too.
Let me check this scenario for you, but according to what you described, I don't think there will be an issue because you are saying the parents, they are only applying the mortgage through their parents' name, right? Because the kids are still underage. So parents are the only two borrowers. And then later on, if parents are the only two borrowers, they are the two borrowers and they might also be the only two people on the title.
Mhm.
So those two people are buying for their own primary residence. I do not think when the child grow up and they move out, that will trigger them to repay it because the parents are the borrowers and they are owners. But I can help you double check and get back to you on that.
And how about the credit score?
Credit score is well, of course, the higher the better. Yeah.
At least
How much?
650?
I think last time I checked is 640. I need to check the guideline.
650,
Yes,
usually.
yes, but I can get back to you on that one as well. I think it's 640 or something. Yeah. Mhm.
So the term will, based on the first deed term, 15 years, just 15 years, right? If the first deed, yeah, is 15 years, the second one also 15 years. Is that correct?
Yes, but normally this is like a 30-year
30
mortgage.
years,
Yes.
no 15.
15 should be fine too. Yeah, we have not applied any 15
Oh,
years.
They
Yeah.
prefer you apply 30 years.
I can check on that
Yeah,
for
I think
you. Yeah.
might be, because of the monthly payment. It's good for the borrower. Because
Oh, yeah,
30
yeah, yeah.
years, every month pay less,
Yes, yes, yes. Well, for 15 years, they need to pay more.
pay more.
Yes, they
So
just
that's
need to,
why
they just
they
shorten the
try to
time.
help out the borrowers.
Yes, yes. But for the most scenario, they applied it through 30 years because they need down payment assistance, 15 years, it's gonna be a lot more higher monthly payment.
And
Yeah.
then how about the loan fees, the same?
Oh, yeah, it's the
Only
same.
based on the first deed. right?
Yes.
It is for only single family residence?
Oh, it's for single family, it's for condo, a townhouse, as long as one unit, it cannot be duplex or multi-units. Yeah.
Is the other program coming back next year? The
Dreamful, yeah, I think so, but yeah, I think so. I don't know. They haven't announced anything yet.
Well, if it come back, then usually when do you know?
Normally in spring, but they make like announcement adjustment like all the time. Sometimes they defer it. Yeah, so but once they open it up, it's like a few weeks. Like this year, they open it up for a few weeks for people to submit application and they close it. So people can only apply within that time of period and they close the application period and then they draw like they make like a lottery system and they draw for a few phases. Yeah.
Can I ask you, are you also handling commercial loans?
Yes, we do.
Oh.
We do handle commercial loan. We handle SBA loan as well. And for commercial loan, besides full documentation, we have a lot of creative ways. Meaning some people like they don't have a lot of they don't have perfect tax return, but they have equity. Or they have a lot of they have some other commercial property which is owned free and clear.
Right.
Yeah. So we can do like a
Right.
collateral with
Right.
other property combined as well. Yeah. Yeah. And we do a lot of bridge loan as well.
Which one?
Yeah, for
how long? 6
investors.
months?
For 3 to 12 months.
You do construction loan?
Yeah.
Construction loan, we
Which
don't,
one?
well, yeah, like we do loans for, yes, and construction loan, it's different than the bank's construction loan. Like, for example, we do, if somebody will buy a property and they plan to build something new, so we need to see, basically we need to see their resume and we need to see their pro forma, like what is their plan and how much the cost. So we can do a total loan to cost loan. So because construction loan is when you purchase it already, right? We could do it from the start. Let's say if your client or yourself wants to buy a land, yes, and like 1 million, and you need to spend like another million. So the total is about 2 million, and we can do like a loan to cost with a percentage of the 2 million. But it's case by case. It depending on where the location is, if the client has experience, or if they work with somebody who has experience. Yes, and of course, so it's very different case by case.
And your company is the direct lender, right?
Yes.
Thank you, it's really informative.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you so much.
The down payment assistance, that's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Only 1% is good enough, right?
Yeah. It's
But
really
still
good.
based on their income, their salary.
Of course, it's for people who has a repay ability, but they
Yeah.
don't have a down payment. Yeah, I think it's really good program. It's designed to help people who is really struggling with down payment.
The
Yes.
class you mentioned that they need to join is after they
The
get
same
to
one,
escrow
the
or
same.
before they?
They can do it like after offer get accepted. Because we just need them to complete it before close of escrow.
How long is the class?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah, and it's online.
Oh, online.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's easy.
Yeah, it's not something like
We have to go somewhere.
like get a license or something.
They have
Yeah.
some idea what it is.
Yeah, they just need to know what are they signed up for,
Yeah.
what appreciation they need to share. They want to make
Right.
sure they understand.
Can we have a list of the chilies?
What?
Can we have a list of the chilies that you mentioned?
Oh, I think I can print that particular
Oh,
slide
I see.
out.
Slide is a-
Oh, yeah.
I already have that.
Yeah.
You know, I can print it.
Yes,
right.
yes, thank
can-
you. Mm-hmm,
You can provide your link.
yes. Yeah, so, yeah, beside, this is a very good program and we do we do a lot of program, like, so whenever you have, any scenario, you're welcome to ask me, like, cause myself, I have done all kinds of programs for like the ones I mentioned earlier for bridge loan, VA loan, Dream for All, down payment assistance, FUDAC, DSCR. DSCR, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with. It's a debt service coverage ratio. It's only using the rental income. No, rental income. Subject properties rental income to qualify for investment property. And I did like bank statement program. So all of those, I have a lot of experience. So if you have any client, like we always have a solution. It's just depending on the interest rate. Like the less they can provide, the higher the interest gonna be because it's a higher risk. If they are like a paper client, and of course they are really gonna be the best. Yeah.
So how about your company's interest rate, very competitive?
Yeah. Normally we are slightly better than big banks interest rate. Yeah, because I have a lot of clients, they work for the bank and they even have the employment rate. Yes, and they compared with us and yes. Yeah.
And just so people know, the 1% on those loans, how long would that money need to be seasoned?
Normally two months.
Just 2 months?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yes. So for 700,000, they only need $7,000
For a couple months.
for 2 months.
2 months seasoning. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Very informative.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
really informative.
Oh, would you like to take a good picture?
Oh, sure. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Coldwell Banker George Realty, for attending. That was extremely informative. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you Friday at 10 a.m. for the second part of AIR lease agreement.
Michelle, does she have flyers or something for?
Yeah, I can save you one, Catherine.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'll see you
Okay.
on Friday. Okay,
Thank you
bye-bye.
all. Take good care. Bye-bye.
Yeah.